I didn't want anybody else to ever be diagnosed and feel that sense of hopelessness that nobody's ever going to study this because it's too rare. Hi, I'm Corrie Painter. I work at the Broad Institute of MIT in Harvard in a program called Count Me In, where I'm the deputy director. Angiosarcoma is an incredibly rare cancer. It only affects 300 people a year in the United States. And I mean, that's just ridiculous to think that I would be one of those people. But really, if you think about it, somebody has to be that person, right? You know, at the time when I was diagnosed, there was really no treatment modality. So my doctor looked at me and said, "We don't know if anything will actually work, but if you want to look at your kids and say you tried, pick something off this list." I thought to myself, you know, I can't possibly make this decision. What do I know? And you're telling me that you have no idea and I have no idea. And I literally just am supposed to close my eyes and point and put poison in my body so that I can feel like I tried as I die. And I looked at him and I just said, "My kids are 2 and 4. And he didn't even look back at me. He just turned and he faced the wall and he said, "There'll be somebody else to raise them." If I was going to go down, I was going to do whatever I could to take it down with me. You know, I didn't want anybody else to ever be diagnosed and feel that sense of hopelessness that nobody's ever going to study this because it's too rare. Who would pin their career on something that nobody gets when there's so many other cancers and diseases that affect a larger swath of the population? And rightfully so, those should be the focus. But when you're the person that has that rare cancer or that rare disease, it's unconscionable to think that nothing will ever happen. And I just couldn't live that way. I couldn't live without at least trying. If you look at people like me who had a very rare cancer and maybe only one person in the whole country or the whole world might be studying that disease, how do I link up with that person? There's no clear-cut way for me to know as a patient, how can I drive cancer research forward because the infrastructure just doesn't exist. Working with patients to get their medical records as well as information that they are uniquely suited to provide allows us to then take all of it and kind of stitch it together and just putting it into a database that anybody can access. Anybody with a smartphone or a computer can go to our project websites and download all that data for free. My hope is that a series of events will cascade. One, those scientists will make discoveries that can make patients that are living with the disease live better and longer today. And then next, ultimately one day cure these diseases that we call cancer.